Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing about this recent Bitcoin drop. Are we going to see more downside? Where am I going to buy the dip if we're going to have a dip? What about altcoin, Solana, Ethereum, the stock market? We're going to be discussing everything from a technical point of view and also macro point of view. So give me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We post a video every single day. This video is brought to you by our partner, Bluefin, the best non-KYC exchange. We're running an amazing promotion very soon, so make sure to sign up with my code and you're going to get so many bonuses to trade the BTC when we're going to have a rebound. Guys, I'm very sorry for the last 4 days. I wasn't able to publish any videos. I had a severe chest infection, but right now feeling much better with antibiotics. So thank you so much for all the support of people asking me, oh, what happened to you, Andrea? Still here, still grinding, still making money, still doing very, very well. BTC, guys, basically the thing we had to discuss today is that we broke this very important level of diagonal support. You can see basically from 116,000 yesterday we had a drop. Still right now we are below this line and this is not great. And of course, guys, we were shorting from $123,000. I was shorting from Ethereum from around $4,650. So I closed all of my short position. Everything, guys, it's always documented, making like a 60% on Ethereum or closing with the $3,200. Then also closing a Bitcoin. I made around $500 with this. It was like a very short, like a small position. But basically, what I also said yesterday during the New York session, we had a rebound from 114,900 to almost like 117,000. And also Ethereum went to 4,224 and then he had a rebound. I want to show you exactly the rebound from here. Okay, so we went from this point, boom, up to this point. And the question is, did you catch the bounce? Because not only I went and told my VIP members where to buy, that I was going to buy, I was going long, and all of that. I even wrote it here for free on Twitter on August the 15th. And I said, guys, it's very simple here. Buy the extremes. You can see the extreme coming at like 4,200 to 50. You can see the other extreme here. Buy the extremes, go long, short from there. And I don't know what to tell you anymore. I mean, we just really went and bought the dip. Solana, and also I went on Ethereum. You can see entry price 4,233, making a 32% in one trade. As always, guys, VIP members, VIP group, you can see also the other guys, what they're doing. Shellcat short in Ethereum, Real Water White, just going and long in a few coins as well, making money, making money, making money. If you want to be in a community, guys, where you want to make a difference, because we're one of the few, I was one of the few calling for a correction with Ethereum, with Bitcoin amongst all those ones that were saying that we were going to the moon. So if you're interested, guys, to change your trading game and also to ride this last quarter of the bull run, come and join the VIP group. I cannot stress this enough. We run a subscription month by month. You're not going to lose anything. And we give you so much value for this. Constant updates, trading analysis for you, when to buy, when to sell. Everything you can think of, guys, is going to be in the VIP. But otherwise, if you just want to go random, it's your decision. And if you don't know, what is going to be happening now. Now, let's go back into BTC. So what I said is the following. So we basically broke this very important level of support. Okay, so we basically went down from here. And now what is going to be very important is to understand if we're going to be able to go and close above here again. So very, very simple to understand here. You can see we broke this line of support from here. We are now trying to reclaim this line. And the thing is, if we're going to go here and keep getting rejected, then it's probably going to be more likely we're going to be more down. We're going to basically go lower. Okay, so what is going to be bullish for us if, for example, today or tomorrow, we're going to be able to go and close again above all of these EMA, above, let's say, 117,000, 118,000, then I would probably say, okay, we can then continue and go maybe to the upside and form like a new all-time high. But at the same time, if we're not going to be able to go and close above this area, let's say today or tomorrow, the chance are going to be for more downside. And people asking me, so, okay, it's going to be more downside, how low we could be going down to. I'm going to show you in 1 second. That's my line of thought, guys. That's my line of thought. That's what I think it could be happening. So first of all, you can probably say that BTC is forming what we call a double top. Double top is a figure that basically it goes up here, it has a top, another top, and then if you brace the neckline, you can actually be going lower. Now, I don't know if it's gonna go that extreme because sometimes double top takes a while to develop. But at the same time, I would say that if BTC is not gonna be able to go and reclaim 117 to 118,000 dollars in probably 1 day or 2 days, the most likely target is probably going to be a retest of this in between 110 to 112,000 dollars. So probably going to be a retest of the previous all-time high, which was around $111,800. So I could see BTC to probably go down from here, go down to this area, and then probably have a rebound. And from there, okay, so that's going to be my, I would say, base case scenario. However, if we see there's going to be some, I don't know, I say bad news within the stock markets, we could be see even going lower. But right now, shorter term, I would say that there is lots of liquidity coming around 110 to 112,000 dollars, and we should be expecting a rebound from there. So that's probably what I'm discussing now with my VIP members. In our crypto daily analysis, you can see the updates. I post, guys, every time about a potential long and potential short. Basically, what you gotta do is just to sign up, and then you have the exact areas that you had to go short and long. It's like, really, I've done all the job for you. That's amazing. So that's what I could be thinking is that as a potential long scenario, the area in between 110 to 112,000 dollars for me is going to be very appealing. But if in the future, let's say the next, maybe, I don't know, if you're going to keep dipping for the next I don't know, 1 month, August and September, then I could also be thinking that another potential scenario, if we're going to go lower, is probably going to be around the 200 EMA, sitting around 103 to 105,000 dollars. So, in my opinion, we are basically right now into a ascending channel. Okay, so you can see the ascending channel drawn up quite well. And I would say that in the worst case scenario, I could be see BTC probably to go down to here, even sub 100,000. I would say even like 98 to 105,000. Okay, to then have what we call probably wave 4 out of 5, and then basically we're gonna have a final wave. And my final wave, as you guys already know, is around 135 to probably 145, 150,000. That's basically when I'm gonna sell all my bitcoins. And I saw on the internet lots of people calling for 200k, 300k. Maybe it's going to happen, maybe not. I don't give a sorry. I don't care. I can say I can really swear, but yeah, that's what I'm expecting right now. So we're not gonna go down in a straight line, okay? And maybe we might not be go down at all. But what I'm saying is that if you're gonna keep going down, those are the targets that I'm interested right now to load up with BTC or with my altcoins to then, of course, ride the final wave. Next one I want to discuss, guys, Ethereum as well. I mean, nobody can say anything right now here that I was bearish and bearish and bearish when people here were super bullish, calling for 5,000, 6,000. Just go on, Twitter and tell me how people sentiment was, and we basically just go and dropped again. So what is going to be the deal now with Ethereum? So some of my members, they were talking about a potential head and shoulder coming with Ethereum, that you can see a shoulder, head, and also a shoulder drop, a retest, and maybe a completion down to here. I could be seeing that Ethereum right now has the chart looks bearish. On the 4-hour chart, you can see that we basically broke this very important level of support and now retested it. We're getting rejected. So looks like more downside could be coming. Maybe it's going to be forming from here a little, we call a bear flag, like that. And then it could be giving us maybe one more, drop down to here. So what I would say, what are going to be my levels, my targets for a potential long position, which I'm already in a long position right now, making good money. But what if you're gonna go even lower? What is gonna be my my potential entry? Let's put it this way. Number one is gonna be the following, guys. You can see that there's gonna be a retest of this previous breakout. So I could be seeing Ethereum going down to probably 4,160. And the next one, we utilize a combination of many things. We utilize order flow from ExoChart, guys. If you haven't heard from this is the holy grail of trading. If you don't use this one, see you later. And I'm actually releasing a course on order flow on my annual subscription. So if you want to join and learn, all of these guys, it's amazing. Second of all, you gotta have a look things like CVD, liquidation heat map, and so much more. What I'm actually showing you right now is not what I actually do for my analysis. We do much more than this. But right now, to simplify your life, you can also draw like Fibonacci retracement. We can go from here and see, okay, where are we right now? You can see that the golden pocket now is sitting around the 3,958. So what I would say is that basically we have a very strong level of support coming for ETH around here, which is around 4,150, 4,200. If that level breaks, and probably is going to correspond to BTC going to maybe 105, 106,000, I would say that Ethereum has a massive support down to here, around the 4,000 to like 3,950 to 4,000. That to me is going to be an area where I think I'm going to be loading a lot. And I can even show you from here. It would actually be interesting to see. Can you see like we have a beautiful level now of diagonal support coming from this area? Also that is matching as well with the 200 moving average. So I probably would say that at the end of August, maybe we could be seeing Ethereum going down to this area and then probably do something like this. It's going to go down to here, big level of liquidity. Market makers are going to fill their orders. And then from this point, we're going to see a big push to the upside going, I don't know, 6,000, 7,000. My target is around, as you already know, like around 7,500. But, time is running out, guys. I'm still believing that I'm a believer of like a traditional cycle with BTC, with that, in December, January, we're going to be done. But, people are now talking about an extended cycle. Could be happening. I don't know, but that's what I could be thinking. And in fact, to push to 7,500, we need lots of strength, guys. We need lots of strength, and probably could be the end of the cycle where we're going to see an explosion. But right now, that's what I'm basically looking at. You can also see from, I'm going to show you and just cancel everything from here. You can see that we basically had a breakout from this point, and they can put it down to here. Okay, so it will probably be, I would say, reasonable for ETH to go down to here, have like a little bit of a retest from here, maybe like a little deviation, and then start to go up again. But guys, overall macro ETH still looking very bullish. If you bought at 4,700, I'm sorry, but if you went long there, I'm sorry, but you're an idiot. Like really, you shouldn't be trading. I'm telling you right now, and I'm very surprised when people tell me, "Oh, but you know, you charge for your education, guys." Yeah, because I'm preventing these things from happening. The people are gonna long at $4,700 Ethereum. That's what I'm preventing, and education is the key, guys. Here, that's the thing. But anyway, let's go back and let's go into now Solana. Solana, we can have a look at the point of the situation. So I was talking before, if we were not able to break this previous high, we could have gone down and retest this area. You can see that Solana, to me, there is a very beautiful confluence coming. I'm going to show you the two confluences actually I'm looking at right now. The number one is going to be around 170 to 172 dollars, where I could be seeing Solana to probably going down to and have some sort of a response of a rebound. So if, okay, guys, I'm not here to tell you, I'm not Nostradamus. I'm a simple analyst that sometimes is wrong, sometimes is right. I don't really care to tell you, oh, I was right. Um, Sometimes I'm also wrong. Okay, most of the time I'm more right than wrong, but I would say that I'm also wrong. So I do want to show you the potential scenarios that I can see right now. But from now, I would say that Solana has a beautiful level of liquidity support rebound coming from 170 to 173 from here, and also there is a one more down to here around 153. So what it means that if you're going to go down to this area, I could be seeing some sort of like a response, maybe pushing up to this level here, and then maybe we're going to be seeing another drop down to here to have a bigger response up like that. So what I would say is that Solana, in my opinion, still from like a macro point of view, is still quite bearish. Why? Because now the liquidity sits in Ethereum. You can see that the liquidity sits in Ethereum, which means that basically Ethereum is sucking up, all the liquidity. Right now, Solana is still below this level. Okay, so as long as we're gonna stay below this level, guys, this is not bullish. Okay, so if BTC is gonna go down to, I don't know, 100K, 98K, I mean, Solana can drop another, I don't know, 20, 30%. Okay, so it could be happening, and the scenario going down to 150 is definitely possible. Okay, so what is going to be the scenario for Solana? Could be maybe a little bit of a drop from here and then up again, maybe more down to here. But again, guys, to understand where it's going to rebound, if you don't have these kind of tools, it's going to be very difficult, very very difficult to get. Okay, so again, right now, that's what I could be thinking. That these two levels of support, macro wise, still below this line, which is not great. But at the same time, when we're going to be able to break, let's say 223, I think it's going to be a very big run, like, to all-time high. And don't get me wrong, guys, what is actually fun is that I can see lots of people now getting panicked. Oh my gosh, you're bearish, the market is bearish, it's finished. Some people say Bitcoin cycle has topped. Yeah, sure. um Maybe it's the case, I don't know. But to me, I don't think that it's the case. But the thing is, if we're gonna drop, guys, we're gonna go down to 105, 103,000. That's incredibly bullish, because all the indicators are gonna be reset. Okay, they're gonna reset all of them, and then we're gonna have so much strength then to go higher. That's what people don't understand. We can't go like we were going right now, like just pushing everything up. Now, next one I want to talk about, guys, total free market cap. Again, that's what I'm looking right now. You can see that basically we got a little bit of a rejection from here, but total free is basically ready to go and explode to the upside. My theory is still that we're basically forming right now a potential cup and handle, inverted head and shoulder. I don't know how the hell you want to call it, but to me, that's the target is going to be this one. Okay, going to bring it from here, bring it up to here. Still believing that the target is going to be around 1.9 to 2 trillion dollars market cap, meaning that altcoins should be doing very well. What could be happening short term? Well, as I said before, if BTC is going to go to maybe 105, 107, whatever, maybe we could be seeing a drop down to 850, 840, down to this level. Our support is area of liquidity to then basically go and break to the upside. But on the other hand, if market makers want to, which they could be doing that, they could actually push it up this way. So macro-wise, guys, is looking pretty good. We need to make sure not to lose this level, but I would say that to me, we're going to see a big reaction coming if we're going to go down to, let's say, 830 to 850 billion dollars. And what am I doing right now, guys? What is my current portfolio situation? I'm basically 60-40. Okay, so I'm 60% invested, 40% in cash, waiting to see if you're gonna see this dip. And I'm only gonna buy the dip, guys, if I see blood on the street. I'm not gonna buy the dip if I see S&P 500, the stock market, at all-time high. Like, this is so stupid, really. Like, I can see all the time, because people are FOMOing. They're like, "Oh, I need to get in because, yeah, we're gonna go now to 200K." It could happen, but the probability of that to happen is way lower than to have a correction. So what I'm going to be looking right now is that I want S&P 500 to cool off. I want to see Bitcoin to bleed a little bit. People get scared, and then I'm going to buy the dip. Not now, okay? That's what we're going to be very mindful of. Very important. Now, next one I want to discuss, and I think it's important for everybody that's is into altcoins. Talking about altcoin season, guys, is the Bitcoin dominance. Okay, Bitcoin dominance. Very interesting chart from here. Okay, so we basically, technically, like, on the weekly chart, we broke that level of support. Now, what I'm trying to figure it out, right, is that, and it's market makers now are trying to really trick us a little bit. Can you see, like, we're basically now touching this level of support, and now we broke this area, but he's trying to climb back in again, and it looks like he's about to. So what is actually the scenario with the Bitcoin dominance? Okay, so if I had to be honest, from a macro point of view, this one to me looks like is about to go down. We can see, like, indicators like RSI, MACD, like everything you can think of. They're basically pointing down to more downside. We got so many areas of liquidity coming from. I think it was around 54%, and the next one is about, like, here, about 47 to 48. So in my opinion, looks like the Bitcoin dominance is basically poised to go lower in the next few months. What is going to be the catalyst? Well, probably could be the Fed cutting interest rates. That could be the one of the major catalysts. But at the same time, I could be seeing that that's the expectation, that finally we're going to be able to break down, sorry, go down at least to, let's say, 54%. And again, as I said before, when you should be selling your altcoins, you should be selling your altcoins when you see other metrics like total free, or probably be in the VIP with all our professional members working together to understand the exact top, because we're going to announce it. And basically, yeah, that's what you got to look for, like the confluence in between so many indicators and pairs like the total free, US 10 years, USDT. Oh, there's so many to discuss. But I would say that at this point, guys, I'm going to call it quit. End of our season at this point. I don't care what I see from any possible altcoins. I'm going to sell it all and then see you later. Okay, so right now, that's what I could be thinking is that, yeah, it's true that we broke this level, but we would like to see more continuation for altcoins to continue high. Because if you're going to now see, let's say, a retracement of this on the daily, you can see the retracement up again. You can see as well a bullish divergence playing out on the RSI here, which is not great. And we don't want to see the Bitcoin dominance reclaiming this channel, because if you reclaim this channel, what I could be thinking, we're going to go probably up again to Bitcoin dominance 61, 62%, where it's going to basically pose lots of pressure into altcoins, and it could be bleeding more than Bitcoin. But again, that's probably more short term, where I could be seeing Bitcoin correcting, and then I would say more like a macro scenario could be something like this, up this way, and then down to here, which is going to be fantastic. Now, the next one I want to show you, this is not to scare you, this is to open your eyes. I'm a very objective trader. I don't really sell you dreams. I don't sell you the Bitcoin 200K in a straight line. I show you the reality. So that you have to be, very mindful of that. So this is the chart of the DXY dollar currency index. You can see right now, guys, the reason why we are probably having a little bit of a correction, DXY is actually pumping as well. You can see we touched around 96 on the DXY, touching this very important multi-month level of support. So what's going to be happening right now is that, similar to the Bitcoin dominance, if we're going to go, let's say, and climb back up again, maybe for the next month or so, we're going to go up again this way. What is going to be the reason? Maybe the Fed say they're not going to cut rates, inflation is too high, and all the bullshit. Jerome Powell, really, I can't wait for you to go away and to be fired, because you're a complete clown. But doesn't matter. So right now, that's what I could be thinking. If we're going to go and continue to go higher, maybe around 100 or 102, so the dollar is going to get stronger, then I would probably say that could be posing some pressure on risk assets like BTC and crypto, and also stocks. And but that probably could be a sort of like an ABC, so like A correction, B correction, and then once we're going to be able to break this channel, which I think is going to happen when the Fed is finally going to start this bloody rate cut cycle. I can't wait for that to happen. Then I could really be saying that to break, going down to, we can even have a look at this, probably around 90 to like 85 or something like that. Probably say, around this area here. Okay, so when this happens, again, altcoins should be going crazy. And once they're going to go to this level, I want to see Bitcoin dominance. I want to see so many other indicators. Now, the last one I want to show you, last two, I will say, apart from the stock market, which I'm going to show you in a second, is this chart over here, guys, which I'm a little bit, I'm not going to say unhappy, but, I wish this is not happening. This one is a chart which I designed in July 2024. And as you can see, is basically showing you the fractal of what happened in 2021 at the end of the bull market. Okay, so right now we're basically finishing. Okay, so if we are basically comparing ourselves to the 2021 bull market, okay, so we finish around this box here. Right now, that's where we are. Basically, we are, I would say, 2 weeks away from the same fractal to finish. And what is actually quite scary is the fact that this fractal has really played out by perfection. I mean, you tell me. It's insane, like how, it's like basically the same. Okay. And right now, even now, has marked the bottom again. You can see from here. So again, I don't want to alarm anybody. I don't think that's the case. anything like that, but I'm really keeping an eye on this, because if I start to see really that USDT dominance is going to start to go higher again here and really follow this part here, you know what happens after. Okay, so I will keep it monitored for you. I'll show you a little bit more. I don't want to call anything right now, but even with the USDT dominance, guys, we need to see this one to break down for our altcoins to go completely ballistic, to go crazy. Okay, so that's what I think is going to be happening. Then another thing that we need to see as well, and is very important, is the US 10-year Treasury yield. I told you before, we need to see this one to break down as well. So I want to see a nice, clear breakdown from this area, which is going to come when probably the Fed is going to cut rates, or is going to be obvious they're going to cut rates. Okay, they're going to give us a hint, and this is going to go down again. Very good for risk assets right now, guys. Are still holding up here. It's kind of like the market is deciding whether to fuck us up one more time and then pump everything to the infinity, or is basically like, keeping us on the fence, thinking what is going to be the next move. Okay, but to me, if I had to give you my personal opinion, which is not financial advice, which you should do on your own research, but my theory is probably going to be the following. It's kind of like I could be expecting a drop with BTC forming like a wave 4, altcoins getting fucked up a little bit. Fed is going to do 2 or 3 rate cuts. Altcoins are going to go crazy. We're going to see the end of the bull market, and then probably a recession, and we're going to see a crash. That's what I think is going to be happening. Is our season going to happen? I believe so. I really believe so. I don't really think that market makers are going to just keep altcoins low and then just call it a day. I think they're going to pump the markets and do very well. And the last one, guys, sorry, I forgot about it today. Stock market as well, S&P 500. You can see we're basically pumping like there is no tomorrow. I don't like this. I really don't like this, that we're not having a correction at all. And I really believe that when this is going to break down, and you can see that we are basically now, like, look at we're basically pumping with I wouldn't say, lots of volume, okay? And when this is going to break down, guys, it's probably going to go and ignite a big sell-off within the stock market and also the crypto space, which, again, is a short-term pain for then a final leg to the upside. Alrighty, I really hope, guys, you enjoy this video. I hope I give you solid information with regards to what's happening right now with the cycle. As always, if you want to understand, if you want to know the altcoins which I'm going to buy at what levels and everything, guys, the VIP, it's here already for you. You can see, for example, in the spot trading section, all the coins I bought on the 2nd of August, which they made like 30-40%. I'm gonna have way more than that, way more other coins. But also, if you want to trade with us on a daily and weekly basis, short term, long term, guys, anything, we are going to be here basically 24/7. So anyway, you have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching and for all the support. It really means a lot to me.